Are you wanting to do Irish genealogy research? Are you kind of struggling with where do I go? Where do I get good information? What websites will help me the most? Well, today I'm here with Natalie Bodle from Ireland, and she is going to tell us all about her 5 favorite websites for genealogy research in Ireland. Now, she has done a video on this on Legacy Family Tree webinars where she's gone into more detail, but today where she's going to give us just kind of an overview of these 5 sites. And then you can go into Legacy Family Tree and watch that video. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But Natalie, thank you so much for being here.
Okay, thank you very much, Aimee. Glad to be here.
Well, I'm anxious to hear about these websites. I watched her video. It was fantastic, and that's how come we're here now, because she did such a great job. But tell me a little bit more about these websites that you really think make a big difference when you're researching in Ireland.
Mm-hmm. So these websites, the most important thing to say is that they're all free. So that's always a bonus.
Yeah.
So the first really important website is the Irish Genealogy website. And it is the website for the Irish government's civil birth, death and marriage records.
Okay.
So there are privacy rules in place there, which means that you can see birth records that are more than 100 years old, marriage records that are more than 75 years old, and death records that are more than 50 years old.
Okay.
Now, I suppose the important thing to note as well is that there's a difference in whenever there was the partition of Ireland, which was in 1921, and then so the Irish Genealogy website has the records for all of Ireland up to partition. And then after partition, they have the records for what became the Republic of Ireland, so the 26 counties of the Republic of Ireland. The records for Northern Ireland are held in the General Register Office of Northern Ireland, known as GRONI.
So those are 2 big sites you need to go to first for your basic vital record information. Yeah. So tell me some of your other favorite sites that you love.
Another particularly good site is the National Archives of Ireland website. And they have got information for the whole island of Ireland. But some of the really good information that's on there is, for example, the census records. Now, a number of the census records in Ireland were destroyed. So the first full census we have is 1901, and then we've got 1911. But before that, there are fragments from 1821 to 1851.
Oh, okay.
So they're all that on that site, and the National Archives of Ireland have got a dedicated genealogy section on their website, so that's well worth going in there and having a look at. And there are other really interesting information like wills, land valuation records, returns where people had to, or where people maybe chose to change religion in order to benefit from some of the legislation that had been introduced. So lots and lots of really good information on there, which is free to use and to search. And then also on their catalogue website, there's other information that you can search on. You can just go in and do a search on your ancestor's name, for example, and see what it throws up. So, fantastic information there.
I love that. Okay, remember, these are all free. These are all free, and you can't hate that. What's your third favorite?
Okay, so the third favourite is the PRONI website. So that's the Public Record Office of Northern Ireland, and that's based up in Belfast, in the Titanic Quarter, near where the Titanic was built.
Oh.
Yes, the Titanic ship was built in Belfast. So they are the official record office for Northern Ireland, although they do hold some records for the south of Ireland as well. So they've got lots of fantastic free information on their website too. For example, freeholders records, so voter records. They've got wills as well for Northern Ireland. They have absent voter lists for World War I, whenever soldiers and people who were serving were still away before they came home. So those records are there. There are corporation records for the City of Londonderry from the 1600s.
Wow.
Yeah, and they also have a really good catalogue. So you can search on their catalogue and find more information. They have information there to tell you which church records they hold on their, in actually PRONI's office. So where there's a number of records you can view online, there are others that can only be viewed in person in PRONI, and the church records are one of those. But there's a very good catalogue there which tells you which church records they hold. So lots of really useful information.
I remember you talking about that on the other video and being so impressed. All right, number 4. What's your number 4 site?
Okay, so the fourth one is the National Library of Ireland. So that's based in Dublin. And again, they've got a number of different parts to their website. So they've got, for example, an area which is the Decade of Centenaries. So this is really about some of those key events that happened in the years just preceding World War I. And up to the partition of Ireland. So they've got lots of really good information on there. Well worth going in there and having a look to see if your ancestor was living in Ireland at that time, if they might be named in some of those records. They also have a dedicated area on the website, which is the Roman Catholic parish registers. So they have actually got microfilms of a large number, not all of them, but a large number of the Roman Catholic parish registers. Now, sorry, excuse me. Those records are not indexed on that site, so you cannot search by name, but you can view the microfilms and you can filter by year of event or type of event, like baptism or marriage, for example. Those records have been indexed on other websites such as Ancestry, FamilySearch and Find My Past. But sometimes transcriptions aren't that good, and sometimes you like to just look at the original record. So you can do that on this National Library of Ireland Roman Catholic Parish Registers website.
Oh, I love that. These are great. I'm so grateful to have you take the time with me. By the way, we're at Roots Tech, if you didn't know that, and so that was what brought us together. So this is wonderful. You've mentioned partition a number of times, and for you, that's just part of but for those of us in the U.S. or maybe in Australia or some other places, we may not know what that means. Can you explain that a little bit better, just really quickly?
Yeah. So I'm not going to go into much detail because we could be here forever. But basically, there was a split in Ireland, and it was so there were some people who wanted to remain part of the United Kingdom, and some people who didn't want to remain part of the United Kingdom. They wanted freedom for Ireland. So there was a vote, and the people in the 6 counties of what became Northern Ireland chose to remain as part of the United Kingdom. So they became the new Northern Ireland and remained part of the United Kingdom, whereas the 26 counties who wanted to have their freedom, they became then the Irish Free State, and eventually they broke away completely and became an independent country of Ireland.
And what year was that happened?
That was 1921.
Okay. So these things are important because they affect where you might find the records. So a lot of times when we talk about doing genealogy research, just another little tip here, you really need to understand what happened because it affects where you can find the records. That's true of the U.S. It's true of everywhere that you're looking at genealogy. So this is a great example of that. All right, we're at number 5. What's your 5th?
Okay, so the final one then is the Virtual Record Treasury of Ireland. Now, one of the awful things that happened in Ireland in 1922 was that the Public Records Office in Dublin was destroyed. There had been ongoing violence in Ireland at that time. So anyway, the Public Records Office was destroyed, and many wonderful documents, full of genealogical treasures and history going back hundreds of years, was blown up. However, as a centenary project, the Trinity College in Dublin and a number of other organisations around the world collaborated with each other to look for copies of records that would have been held. And they have managed to pull together fantastic information. So what they have done is they have created this digital version of the Public Records Office in Dublin as it was in 1922. So you can go in there and you can have a look. They have a wonderful video that explains the project, but you can go in and you can search by place name if you know where your ancestor lived. You can search by personal names. And there's lots of fantastic information from repositories around the world who have very generously collaborated and provided digital images of their records.
Oh, that is so wonderful. I love to see things like that happen when they come back together again. All right, so we've just glossed over these 5 websites. If you would like to see a lot more detail, this is an hour-long video that you can watch on Legacy Family Tree Webinars, where she shows more information and really goes into each one of these sites. You might want to check that out. Now, when you watch a video on Legacy Family Tree Webinars live, when you're watching it when it's being presented, you can do that for free. You just sign up for them and they send you the web link and you can watch it. You can also watch it for the next week, but then after that, it goes behind a paywall. So if you want to watch this video is now behind a paywall, but you can pay and join Legacy Family Tree Webinars and watch this video and many other wonderful videos. They also, if a little clue here, if you go and watch one of the live presentations, they usually give you a coupon code at the end of the video if you want to sign up if you aren't already signed up. So that might be something that you might want to do. Just check out one of the ones that you can see and then look for that code at the end of the video so that you can then get a discount. So you want to do that. Now, another thing that I want to let you know about, if you're ready to go to Ireland and you're still out of your depth or you just want some assistance, Natalie is available to you. Her company is called Roots Revealed, and I'm going to put a link to her website and her information in the video description below so that you can go and visit with her and ask for her assistance. She is as nice as can be and a wonderful genealogist, and you won't regret it. So if you would like some more information about good genealogical strategies, you might want to check out this video. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much. And thanks for being here.
Thank you very much, Aimee.
Take care.